Welcome back to Positively Port St. Lucie. I'm Christina Seeberger, and on our next segment, we have Sarah Prohaska with us as well, too, and also joining us on the Crosstown project, we have George Denti and Beth Zsoka. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for asking us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
We just want to make sure your mic is on there, Beth. So,
here.
Well, I guess we want to talk about Crosstown, maybe give us the latest update, what's going on. I know it's been talked about forever. We're waiting on, a couple of things to happen. And, there's a lot that has happened in the meanwhile as well, too, with Crosstown. So kind of bring us up to where we are today with the whole project.
Well, of course, the design build team has been selected for some time. The design effort is virtually complete. We are awaiting permits. There was a permit challenge to the environmental permit. It went to an administrative hearing. The judge is in the decision process. We expect to hear any day. Once he decides, and of course we're positively thinking he'll rule in our favor, we'll get the project moving. And there'll be several other permits following. Our best guess is at best we'll go to work November. More likely December, January, depending on how the holidays fall.
Wow, so
but we're ready, willing, and able
ready to go.
Like not that far away.
That's around the corner, so it could be a nice, either Thanksgiving treat or the holiday treat for us in December that the project will actually be underway. So
yes, ma'am.
We're positively excited about it.
Do you have a lot of people? I know we get calls here because this is a project people are waiting for. Do you get a lot of calls just saying, when is it going to start?
We do have a lot of people interested in the project, and before construction starts, we will have another meeting and another opportunity for residents to come, and we'll be talking. We did have a design meeting already. We'll have this one will be focused on construction and our schedule, and residents will be able to talk to the project team and ask questions. So keep your eyes out for that advertisement. As soon as we get the go-ahead, we'll be hosting that meeting.
Well, I was going to say, it's been a very engaging project and process with the community as well, too. From what I understand, you've gone out into the community and, sought the feedback and really involved, all of the residents and businesses throughout the entire phases so far. And so there's a lot of excitement out there. I know people that have seen, the animations and the videos, they are just really amazed at how wonderful this is going to be. So it's very exciting for the community.
Absolutely. It will be the postcard to Port St. Lucie. You'll see that it's an identifier to everybody, and it is very exciting to have a project of this magnitude, of these kind of engineering marvels, that once again, it'll be something to be proud of. It'll show up on the phone books. It'll show up on the billboards.
And while we've been waiting, though, you guys have been busy with some other projects. They're called mitigation projects. Can you explain what they are?
Because that word mitigation, it's just, wow.
Mitigation, don't be worried about that word, Christine.
Yeah.
Mitigation is basically compensation or payback for the impacts your project may have. Perceive that if you're taking away some trees or if you're impacting the water, the environmental permitting agencies want a payback. Now, there are several ways you could do that, by the way. One is you throw money at them. That's not the most desirable. The second is using what's called a mitigation bank. That is where you've done projects to compensate before and you got credit for them. Then there's just designing and building mitigation projects. And there are some that are better than others. I like to think that Port St. Lucie's group of mitigation projects are perfect because they are connected to the project and the ecosystem.
So tell us about that. Like, how so?
Okay, well, here, I'll give you an example. Some of the projects we did in Martin County on large bridges, the mitigation projects were actually in St. Lucie County or Okeechobee County. They were in different ecosystems. Port St. Lucie was lucky enough to get them all local projects that enhance the same ecosystem and environment that the bridge is affecting. So they're more apropos, in my opinion.
Well, that too, and I guess the residents get to benefit from that, in that sense. We just didn't throw money at it to here, we're actually doing something back in turn for the community, as not only are we giving you a great bridge, but, as a result of that, you've got these type of projects. Can you talk a little bit more about what has been done so far?
Sure. One of the first one is the Savannah Education Center. That is an existing state facility that's off of Walton Road. There is an existing building, And the mitigation project improved the parking lot and built another education center. It's kind of a working lab, and it'll be available for people to rent. It'll be available for educational opportunities, and just to be able to share and educate people to the Savanna's ecosystem.
Can I chime in here? I went on a field trip. My son was in kindergarten last year, and his school took a field trip there, and it was really cool, and the kids loved it. So it's a great facility.
Absolutely, engaging the kids, make them more sensitive to the environment, and these mitigation projects are providing access where it normally wouldn't be.
What's another one? I know we've got a really cool trail that,
Yes, Savannas Trail. That starts up in Fort Pierce off of Midway Road and runs to Savannah. It runs through the Savannas campground facility, and it's about a 2.5-mile trail. And what they did is they carved the trail through the Savannas, paved it, so you're high and dry on an 8-foot winding trail that goes through these ecosystems. It has some benches for relaxation. It has some bridges over the waterways. But your ability to get close to the wildlife, the flora and fauna, is astounding. It gets you places where you normally couldn't get. So you get to enjoy the environment there. And that's a good one.
And it's paved, so your feet aren't going to get muddy, right?
High and dry.
Well, that too, and it's just another wonderful benefit to the community. I mean, there are so many great things already in Port St. Lucie, but here you go again. Giving back. We're doing something great already, but then as a byproduct, you get something even better that sort of enhances our the nature of what attracts everyone here is all the great things that we get to do outdoors. So
Absolutely.
I'm very excited
and the
about
last
that.
one is the Evans Creek Canoe Launch. That's located just on the west side of US 1, just south of Village Green Drive. And it's provided through the scrub habitat a beautiful paved road with a handicapped ADA facility to launch canoes. You're able to drive into this. It has a perfect set of machinery where anyone can take their canoe or kayak and launch it without ever getting wet. It's ADA compliant, and it provides access to the exact environment we're going to build the bridge over. In fact, the bridge will be less than a mile or so from the facility.
Amazing. Well, I really appreciate you guys joining us today. We want to definitely plug the website where our residents and listeners can definitely find out more information, and we'd love to invite you back pretty soon, to talk some more about the great things that are happening with Crosstown. So
what is the website?
Yeah, thank you. And we do encourage people to visit the website to learn more. It's crosstownextension.com. You can also find information on the city website, Facebook, and YouTube. So we're very excited about it, and the information's there, and we encourage everyone to look at it.
That too, and call us if you have questions or if you want to learn more or see how you can get involved, and
we have a project hotline, and that information is also on the website. So we're here to answer questions and concerns from residents.
Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after these messages.